Coldwater Explorer presents Episode 6, Main Street to the East sign.
Welcome back to Coldwater. This is the Coldwater Explorer. Welcome to Episode 6. In this episode, I will build the new East Sign Tower. But first, we'll take a quick look at this tree nursery. The Forest Tree Nursery is located at the tip of Main Street. I did not build this facility. However, I appreciate the many saplings that it offers. There's birch, jungle, and many other types here. Across the Snake River lies the Garnet Apiary and Flower Farm, as noted in Episode 5. Its honey production served as the primary inspiration for Honeycomb Avenue. The stadium is easily visible from here. Let's go back to Main Street at Cherry Blossom Drive. The facility on the left is the Main Street Rail Station West, which is a part of the Main Street Transportation Center that includes a dock that provides navigation access to the Snake River. The Sunflowerton Sign Monument is adjacent. These beautiful trees give Cherry Blossom Drive its name. The Main Street Bridge connects to the rest of the facility. From here, many of the buildings that we have noted in this series are visible. This facility was built on October 3rd and 4th, 2024. The Under the River Observatory allows visitors to see into the Snake River. The ladder leads to a viewing room. Let's continue on Main Street towards Stadium Parkway. At this intersection to the right, we see the Obsidian Maze, and to the left is Sunflowerton Stadium. The old Northwest Fort is visible in the distance. The rule is to enter the Obsidian Maze at your own risk, as going into creative mode to break your way out is strictly prohibited LOL. Sunflowerton Stadium boasts two large screens that utilize Nether LED technology. Let's continue eastbound on Main Street on the northern edge of downtown Sunflowerton. Before the stadium and maze were built not too long ago, the intersection with Western Drive was the frontier of the city. From here, the Giovanni apartment homes stand tall, and in the distance are the Xena Banking Center, Cactus Construction HQ, and the Roxy Moon condominiums. I can't wait to release future episodes as we begin to enter all of these structures and buildings such as the maze, stadium, and high-rises. We continue eastbound on Main Street. To the left you can see the Teaswool factory, and to the right is downtown. At Treehouse Lane, we can see Andrea's orphanage. Looking up we see the Aguilar Alvarez Office Center. To the south sits the Teaswool Inc. headquarters building. North of Main Street is one of Sunflowerton's residential neighborhoods. As we approach Beachtown Road, we see the Wool Factory Tunnel, which runs under the factory and provides access. From here looking south, we can spot the Carlos Staffing Center and Vanessa's Luxury Suites. And of course, the orphanage and office center are prominent. Moving on, we run into the Sky High Observatory, an ancient structure built either in 2019 or 2020. Let's take a look. Let's change the view to first person. There's no East Sign dirt structure anymore. However, today's task is to build the replacement. Let's exit the observatory and continue to the construction site at Eastern Avenue. Before we go, let's take one last look up at Andrea's orphanage and its magnificent orange glass. Coming up next is Central Avenue. From here we can easily see the With a K Cosmetics Center, but also the Public Safety Building and Jail, the Sunflower Monument, and the Carlos Staffing Center look amazing. We are almost at the destination. Let's continue towards Sunflowerton Boulevard. Thank you to whoever set up these benches by pairing a bed and trapdoors. They look like bus stops. If we look south, we can see the Sunflowerton Public Disability Housing Building and the Nini Technology Center. These two bad boys are the tallest in Sunflowerton and Coldwater overall. The downtown Cactus Inn, the oldest and first construction project for me, and the Edificio Jose Luis, which translates as Jose Luis Building. The downtown Cactus Inn originally had a different name and a blue theme, before the recent change in branding. We begin episode 5 from my house, but my first home was my room at the Kweety Center, which I still use. The original cross streets of Sunflowerton are next as we arrive at Kids Avenue. This is the residence of the person that built the forestry nursery from the beginning of this video. Since I'm a map guy, it was a no-brainer for me to place a map at the center of town. Oops, you gotta be careful with these rail tunnel intersections. Our destination is very close. Let's continue. North Sign Parkway is largely residential except for the Sunflowerton Zoo and Aquarium. Notice the beautiful homes to the left and right. I didn't build these. We are upon the Nether Portal Plaza and Nether Portal Road. Sounds like a chicken coop. There's a branch of the Sunflowerton Public Library system here. The Nether Portal provides easy access to Alexandria, the site of a large pyramid structure to the far northwest of Sunflowerton. The main street bridge will get us to the site. Look at those zeros. I love maps, but I also love city skylines. That's why I built this city. The buildings in the kids' neighborhood are typically not pointed out, but I have to point out the most prominent of them all. The Bling Street building was built by the builder Aaliyah the Homie. This builder is also credited with building the Aaliyah Tower. I named the structure after this builder. Aaliyah has become somewhat active and will visit her structures in future videos. We are walking over the portion of the bridge that was damaged in episode 5. Okay, thank you for your patience. We have arrived at the construction site. Before we begin, let's send this cat on its way home, LOL. The bright theme of the 00 coordinates monument will contrast with the dark theme of the east sign. I've already started by setting the foundation of the structure. I also added rail access. Let's go look at the rail access. When commuters arrive, they'll have a chance to jump off the rail car and visit the structure. I will now bring up the UI and get into building mode. I will speed up the footage and cut some of it, as the original video was 68 minutes long. Let's jump 5 minutes ahead. Having settled on this outline, I then began raising the columns. After that, I started adding glass and doors. I pondered how to approach the stairs, eventually deciding on central elevators. I added the ladders next. I finished the elevators and began work on the first floor. I continued working on the central elevator. I decided to work on the walls next. It was getting difficult to see inside at night, so I began installing some lights. Now that I could see, I began work on the floors. Eventually, I finished and began work on the platform for the actual sign. After the basic platform shape was done, I added a stone wall for security and seating for comfort. Having set the last seat, I started on the east sign. This was the first attempt at the east sign. However, I didn't like it, so I just made a simple E. Do you see what I mean? I didn't like this design. As I already mentioned, I decided on a regular E for now. So there is the temporary east sign. I say temporary because I eventually want to update the E design. Let's look at it from different angles. Next, some lights will be installed, followed by some signs. A few more lights and we'll put up the signs. Now the signs. Another project by Cactus Construction. I looked around the structure to polish it up a little bit. I'll place the intersection sign here. After I place some signs on the inside, we'll take a look at the finished product. Pressure plates were added for ease of exit. Blackstone blocks were added around the base of the structure. Let's go back to Main Street at Cherry Blossom Drive and then run back on Main Street towards the east side. Okay, let's run back. There it is in the distance. We have arrived. I have since added the colors of Sunflowerton, yellow and green, as accents. If you are still watching, thank you. You might as well leave a comment. Tell me your favorite color, and I may use it as a color theme for the next build. Thank you for watching. If you like the content and want to see more, please follow me. Scan the QR codes.
In the next episode, we will dismantle the South Sign Tower, build a new one, and introduce a few recent structures built by Aaliyah the Homie. See you next time.
Coldwater Explorer.